Kathy, Dave, some of my fondest memories are the sweet sounds of the Beatles coming from my parents' stereo, but I only remember bits and pieces of the English invasion, so I turned to my mom, dad, and brother to refresh my memory of the Bookers and the Beatles. Well, here I am at the house where I grew up. Of course, here's the kitchen, the lovely kitchen. Mom's always got a snack out. Might as well take advantage of a couple of grapes. And in here, speaking of Mom, here's Mom and Dad. Hi, Mom and Dad. And over here is the stereo where we listen to the Beatles. At first, the Beatles weren't welcome in our household. Actually, my brother Tom and Dad agreed to disagree on the Fab Four.
I told Tom when he started playing the Beatle records that I was tempted to throw him and the records right out the door.
He sure did. Well, guess what? The albums ended up in the house anyway.
Well, Tom, along with a lot of other things that I asked him to do, he paid no attention to me.
I had nothing to say about that. He had his money, and he brought them in, and they stayed.
This is, of course, why Mom and Dad liked me better. Along with the Beatles albums being smuggled into the house, so did some of their fashion statements.
He wore a very fashionable burr haircut, hair about ½ inch. And then after the advent of the Beatles, the hair began to grow. And pretty soon we had the bangs and the long hair, and that was also a bone of contention.
But as the old saying goes, if you can't beat 'em, Dad, join 'em.
So I started playing them.
Wow.
And I got hooked on them.
Guess who bought the next couple albums, though? Dear old Dad.
So the Beatles corrupted the Bookers.
I would say so.
The more I think about it, corrupted may be too harsh of a word. There was a time we got a tad bit carried away, though. Jim Bucher for the 2 News Weekend Report.
As far as we know, there are no Bookers in Liverpool, where the Beatles got hot. But Wednesday on the 2 News 5 o'clock report, you will get an exclusive tour of the city that launched John, Paul, Ringo, and George toward music superstardom. See what's going on now in the birthplace of the Beatles. That's Wednesday on 2 News at 5.
And the Beatles anthology continues Wednesday night at 9. You'll see the Beatles when they meet Bob Dylan and Elvis. You'll see their famous Shea Stadium concert. And you'll learn about the public outcry when John Lennon said the Beatles were more popular than Jesus. I remember that. The Beatles anthology concludes Thanksgiving night at 9. As far as a new album, it comes out Tuesday morning. You can check with your favorite record store to find out what time they will be open so you can get your copy.
And they'll probably sell out quickly.
They sure will, especially if they have the great ones like Hey Jude and Revolution.
That's right.
Are my favorites anyway. Well, the weather was great this weekend, but will it spill over into the work week? Straight ahead, Chuck Gillespie will bring us the latest.
And it looks like clear sailing all the way home tomorrow for the crew of the Space Shuttle Atlantis. We'll tell you about it. Stay with us.